Well, good morning. Welcome to another 10 with Tom. It's good to see everybody this morning on this 22nd of June. A couple of milestones today. It was on this day that 18, 19, and 20-year-olds received the right to vote. That happened back in 1970 when President Richard Nixon signed an extension of the Voting Rights Act. And then the 26th Amendment lowered the voting age to 18. So that's kind of interesting. The sad part is most people in America still don't vote, even though so many have the right to vote. And so we encourage you, whatever the elections are, whether they're presidential, whether they're for state or local races, get involved. Let your voice be heard. And so that's important, and so we're thankful that we have that right to vote. Also, a very, very significant day happened in 1863. Now, there were a lot of significant things that happened in 1863, including the Emancipation Proclamation, the Battle of Gettysburg, and a lot of key Civil War battles. But one thing that often gets overlooked that happened during that time, but it's something that we definitely don't overlook, especially churches. It was in 1863 that donuts were invented. And so we can thank the year 1863 for a lot of goodness, including donuts. The most holy of foods. You know, the joke was once said that there are two holy foods. The Old Testament holy food is bagels, and the New Testament holy food is donuts. So we are thankful for donuts. So go ahead and have a donut today and enjoy it. Also, yesterday was the first day of summer. Hard to believe because we've already gotten well into our summer plans. A lot of you are on vacation or have gone on vacation or are planning a vacation. We've got lots of camps and activities going on. We had our mystery tour last week. We had our first Wednesday night of the summer, and what a splash party that happened to be. We planned to have water balloons and never got them out, because at about 4 o'clock, an unbelievable rainstorm hit the church, and it just poured down rain, and when it finally ended, it left lakes all over what had been grass. And so everybody made the best of it, and we had natural water slides and lots of places for water fights, and everybody just had a grand old time. And so kudos to all of our youth for making the most out of what could have been a really soggy, awful situation, and they made it fun. And so that's one of the joys of summer, the unexpected. And of course, the unexpected happens on mystery tours as well, and a great time there. But it's summertime. Now, all of us like summer, especially when we're students, because we get that time off from our regular routine. But even for adults, getting a week or a 2-week vacation and a chance to break a routine and do something different and get a little bit of rest, that's important, and that's good stuff. I know Deb and I went with our family to Kansas City to her brother's house, and we had a grand time out there. I got a lot of sleep. I don't usually sleep that much, but really enjoyed being able to sleep in every day. We just had a lot of fun, leisurely activities, and it was a great chance to recharge. So I hope during the summer that you take the time to recharge your batteries. Even as we're going out and playing, we might be watching sports or going to things that we get to see. Maybe you're going to go see some fireworks. Maybe you're going to have some family picnics. Certainly, some of you are going to be boating, sailing. A lot of folks will be swimming either in their pool, in the community pools, or at the beach this summer. Maybe taking some hikes, going for walks, getting your exercise routines in. All of these things are just ways to enjoy the summer. Now, what's crazy is how fast the summer goes. You know, last year was the longest summer we can possibly have, not on a calendar, but judging from the unofficial start of summer, which begins on Memorial Day, and the unofficial end of summer, which happens on Labor Day. We had 106 days last year of summer, but it went so fast. And we have fewer than that this year. I think the number is 102, and it's going to go fast as well. And it's already moving right along. But here are some suggestions on ways that you can get the most out of your summer this year. You can go and find a great book to read. Maybe something that you've been wanting to read and just haven't had the time for it. Or go into a bookstore, go into Barnes & Nobles, go into the book section at Walmart. Find a book that looks interesting take the time to read it. And as you do that, if it's fiction, just immerse yourself in the story. If it's nonfiction, learn something. Learn something that then you'll carry with you, not just through the rest of the summer, but throughout the rest of your life. We remember the things that we read in books. So make sure that you read. Find some projects that you can do that are mission oriented. Some folks are already signed up to go on our mission trip, and of course that's filled at this point. But thinking ahead, we're going to have an Operation Christmas Child mission trip. So if you're homeschooled, that might fit into your calendar right after Thanksgiving. There's going to be a mission trip next summer, and hopefully we'll be hearing some things about that shortly after we get back with our group from Charleston. But there are ways to serve throughout the summer. So find some things that you can do. Maybe it's as simple as writing a note to a serviceman at a veterans home, or visiting some folks that you haven't seen for a while. Maybe it's helping at a homeless shelter, or helping out at a food kitchen, or a food distribution program. Maybe it's just washing the neighbor's car. But find some ways to give this summer. We also want to encourage you, if you're artistically creative, create something special this summer. Maybe write a poem, write a song, build something. But take some time and use your creativity. Maybe you want to take some music lessons. Maybe there's an instrument you've always wanted to play. What a great time to get started on something like that while you've got some leisure time. Or you can start a collection of something. Maybe you'll go out and you'll collect different kind of leaves as you hike in the woods. Maybe it's different kind of seashells as you walk along the beach. Maybe it's baseball cards or some other kind of cards that you might want to collect. There's all kind of things that you can build as a hobby, and summer is a great time to do that. So look for a way to do that. Like I said, you can write letters to the veterans. You could also write letters to missionaries who are out serving in the field. I know our friend Dang over in Thailand loves to be encouraged when he gets notes from folks at the village church. And so if you want to do that, we can give you a list of folks that you can contact and encourage throughout this summer. Maybe you want to write. Come up with a story. Write a short story this summer. Write an adventure of what your life is going to be in 10 years. Give yourself a chance to dream a little bit. Or maybe write a short autobiography on what your life has been so far. And you'll be able to look back at the highlights for such a long time. And so, other things you can do some baking this summer. Bake some cookies, maybe for your family, maybe for your grandparents, maybe for neighbors. Whatever you can do to brighten someone's day, use some skills, and again, be creative. So there's so many things. It's kind of late to grow a garden for this year, but that's another thing we can be doing in the future is getting ready to grow a garden. We just want you to enjoy the summer and get the most out of it. And the reason that we do that is, A, because we've got the time. We don't have to juggle all the things that we normally do, so we have some time to do some new things. But we also can learn, we can relax as we do it, and it enhances our lives. Now, the book of Proverbs says I've been reading the book of Proverbs, so I've got it on my brain and just finished the book of Proverbs. But in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verses 15 and 16 says this: "Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil." You know, we can fill our lives this summer with things that are good or things that are not so good. The choice is up to us. But those choices that we make are things that are going to shape us as we continue to grow and to move forward. So I hope you're going to allow good things to shape your life this summer. So that's what we've got for today. I want to remind everybody, tomorrow is our mall scavenger hunt at the St. Augustine Outlet Mall. We'll be there at 2 o'clock, so if you're going, meet us there at 2 o'clock. And then parents, if you can help out by transporting afterwards, when we're done, we're going to go get something to eat, and then we're going to come back to the church, and of course we'll have youth group tomorrow night at 6:30. So it'll be a busy day and lots of other things coming up this summer. So glad summer's here, looking forward to it. And just a reminder, make sure you're always prepared during the summer at youth group to get wet. A lot of water balloons will be flying, so we encourage you, maybe bring a change of clothes, or maybe bring a towel. Definitely bring a towel so you don't get the car wet on the way home. So that's what we got for today. Have a great day. We love you. Take care.